Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. What's going on?
We in the building, man. Rally Radio.
Fact.
Now we get down, kids. The bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
Oh, man. It has been one hustle, to say the least.
Yes.
But we in the building, man. We happy to be here, man.
100%.
Happy to be here. What you got for me today, man? What's going on, bro? What you
Man,
doing over there, man?
You know, just over here checking out a couple things, though. But, you know, like you said before, it's always a hustle to get in here. But we make it every Saturday live and direct. You know, it's a good feeling, I must say, though. You know what, though? Well, on my way in, traffic was a little shaky, though. Like,
Really?
yeah, it was weird because it's like, okay, it's a Saturday morning. All right. Where y'all got to go? Because nobody's moving like they got anything to do or anywhere to go. So it was like puzzling to me a little bit. Like, I gotta make my own space. I gotta dart around y'all.
Don't get me started.
I'm tired of that, son. Like, it's weird. But I noticed, though, it's never the vehicles that's really about anything, though.
It's always,
Yo,
stop, because
it's never the ones that's engineered specifically to be about something, son. It's never those ones or anything that be slightly close to like, all right, let me do a little 75, control speeding. They don't do that, son. But what kills me, though, y'all, they be in the far left lane doing about 62.
I think that's what bothers me.
That kills me, son. You in the fastest lane doing the slowest amount of, like, that's why they have the lane to the far right.
So, all right. You
Kills
know
me,
what?
son.
I was
Breaks
trying
my
to-
heart, son.
I was trying not to
Yeah.
go there today.
Yeah.
But yo,
Mhm.
I'm on my way in.
Yeah.
You know, I got my son with me, Braylon. He's
Let's
with
go.
me. That's
PEP.
how that
Yeah.
is Rally Radio's first
Mhm.
how do we say? He's gonna be our first employee, our very first
Yeah. Intern?
yeah, he's our very first intern.
Let's go.
But we on our way in today, right? And I'm moving it. You know, we not moving it, but we on our way in, right? And I'm in the fast lane, and I notice like everybody's moving in the slow lane. I'm like, wow, it's this one hoopty. One hoopty in the fast lane. Like, why are you here?
Yo, he probably got his talk figures mixed up. He probably thought his joint was really about something, huh?
Kid, there's no way he thought it was something with them big old rust holes in the bumper. I'm calling you out. Oh my goodness.
Yo, you stupid. That is real though. I tell you that.
Shout out to my wife, Erica. Yo, Tony, what it is, man.
Let's go. Let's go.
I could say that really upset me. I was like, yo, like, why is he in this lane? He's not supposed and he knows.
Yeah.
So as I go around, I'm looking at him,
Yeah.
right? And you know how they do. They act like they don't see you. Look. They be like this.
Now you focus now.
Now you paying attention. Now you look like this.
Yo, they know they do that when they wrong, son.
Come on, man. Yo, stuff like that drive me up the wall, bro.
Yeah, I tell you, kid. Like, I don't understand the purpose of it because it's like, all right, if you want to slow people down, go to the far right. That's what that lane is for.
Just get out the way, though. Just get out the way,
Or
bro.
better yet, take the service road. Take
Facts.
the service road.
Get out the way.
I can't stand that, man. Because you know what's like, you try to do the right thing on the road. You really work on it. Like, all right, today I'm gonna keep the gears. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in high gear today. I'm gonna cruise. I'm gonna keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, you gotta drop 2-3 gears and make it happen. And here on Rally Radio, this is a feeling we show. We don't condone speeding by any means or driving erratic, leaving for the track. But sometimes you gotta go around them, son.
I'm convinced. Sometimes you got.
Sometimes you got to throw the two wheels up on a guardrail and all. Like you just gotta.
I gotta go around you.
Herbie fully loaded. You gotta get it together.
I gotta go around you, kid.
That's it.
Shout out to everybody. What's popping? I see the numbers popping up. Tonio, what it is? Sales, what it is? Y'all already know how we get down, man. The bearded one here.
Yes.
S.I Shawn's in the. Oh yeah. Good morning. Oh, let's race. Oh. Sales is already, yo.
That's it, son. Yeah, I put it up in a group like, yo, what's going on with the PSNs? Like, nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's saying nothing. Like, come on, what we doing?
All right, listen, man. We're gonna make sure that we gonna get it set. We're gonna get it set off. That's one thing I can say I like about the group.
Yeah,
is that we definitely gonna get it set off in there.
Factory,
get your PSNs up. Get your
PSNs up.
What you got? Your fastest times, your fastest cars. Let's go. Let's make it happen. But it looks like a lot of people don't feel that way, man. And it looks like, I hate to say it, man, these Teslas, they always end up in the papers.
Yeah, you're going to laugh, though. So, again, on my way in, I noticed quite a few Teslas on the road. I'm like, I've never seen this many at one time. Like, what's going on? Like,
it's like Grand Theft Auto when you steal one, and then next thing you know, they all
I'm
pop
telling
up.
You, kid, because I'm like, yo, all right, cool. I passed this one. Okay. Past that one. Okay, you got another one up in front of me. I'm like, I never seen this many on the road. Maybe about 4 of them at the same time. Never seen that many at once. Never. I was like, this
maybe
crazy,
people are really copping.
That's what I'm starting to believe.
Shout out to everybody that's listening, paying attention. Don't forget, you can share this. Share it out to the
factory.
And don't forget to drop a like in there, man. Just 100%. To let us know that y'all live and y'all out there. Shout out to my guy Marlon, resident Toyota guy. What's going on? Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it looks like Toyota's trying to do something different, too.
Toyota.
I love what you do for me, Toyota. Remember that?
That's real.
They was dead serious. You remember, yo, son? I remember all of them wild commercials.
I do remember a few of them. I definitely remember a few of those commercials. I miss those commercials though. They used to actually make you
want the car.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. What happened to those?
Now they show a dude that he be eating a cabbage sandwich. Khakis be past his stomach.
Cabbage sandwich.
White socks be showing. Hey, man, don't you want to drive yourself an electric Tesla?
Yo, for real. That's what it is now. Like, it's crazy.
Man, I think so, yeah.
Yo, it's bad news out here.
Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention, see the numbers going up. Don't forget to drop that like if you can. Drop that like and definitely share it out to your people. You know, we just 100%. Trying to get out here. You know how we do is Rally Radio. But with that being said, man, we're going to jump right in.
Let's go.
It looks like a lot of people are getting mad at these Teslas, and don't try to blame us. Because they definitely like, we being harassed.
You can't blame us. You know the thing is, man, like I said, I see like a bunch of these Teslas on the road now. And it's like, they not listening. Like, we listen, here on Rally Radio, we're just trying to inform y'all. That's all we trying to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really trying to deter you away from that. We're trying to make you think about yourself, think about your family. You know what I'm saying? Think about
he said, think about your family.
Think about what goes on out here because it's ugly. And so happen to be the Teslas is part of it. Let's go. Rally Radio,
Teslas is part of it.
They're part of it, huh?
But I gotta say though, I mean, we're gonna get into it too. We're gonna get into it. It's definitely
wait, it's another thing. Sorry. I was what was I doing? I was surfing the web, right? And a post said, yo, this is what happens when you see a hot car. And it was a Tesla with wheels. I was lost. I'm like, hold on. Hot car, that's a fridge. That's a hot fridge with wheels? Right. See, this is my problem, son.
I felt like that's what I hear when I see a Tesla. I hear the toilet. The toilet.
I just think ultimately we getting, confused.
Nah, we ain't. Well,
I think we're confused. I think we're crossing lines. I think we just crossing lines too much now. I think it's a bit of a blur now.
Honest opinion, I believe that what they're doing is what they do with the media and propaganda in general. They promote it till you have no choice. And then what they do, they follow it up with the laws. This is how they play ball. They do one thing, follow it up with the laws. Now you ain't got no choice but to jump in. But it's all good because we're going to be the resistance. You remember the Terminator?
Yeah.
Terminator tried to come through the door. The German Shepherd was like, roo, roo. They was like, yo, the German Shepherd's going on. Yeah, because it's a robot trying to come in here. But with that being said, man, it's the bearded one here. S.I Shawn over there, Rally Radio. Know how we get down. BP in the building. We about to set it off, man. We got a little bit of things going on out here. First off, I want to shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Shout out to my man Antonio. He just joined the group.
Let's go,
we didn't get a chance to put the post up, but shout out to my guy. He's one of the first guys I ever seen with a 2J in a Lexus SC. Yes, manual.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
First one I had ever seen, ever. I didn't know that was a swap that could be done. Tonio was the first one I seen.
Fire right there.
Him and Kirk.
They both was the ones that I seen messing with the Supers and Marlin.
Yeah.
These are the first ones I ever seen messing with the Toyota. So shout to them. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Shout to everybody that's rocking with us. We definitely getting ready for a whole bunch of things coming towards the end of this year, and especially for the spring and summer for next year. We are game planning. So shout to everybody that's rocking with us. Shout
100%.
to Whip Fanatics. See him out there. He's dropping the likes. He's definitely mentioning us throughout the car community, and we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
All the way.
What you got for him, kid? Besides, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Yo, again, I just want to shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us, man. Let's keep it going. Like I said, share, like, and subscribe, all that good stuff.
Let's go.
Let them know what's going on.
Let's go.
We appreciate that.
Let's go. So,
Factory.
with that being said, if you ain't got no shout outs, and I ain't got no shout outs, you good?
Good right now.
All right. With that being said, here we go. Now, if they tuned in last week, what you got for them, kid?
Yo, if you tuned in last week, or if you so happen not to and you missed it, you need to work on that. But this is what I got for the recap, though.
Let's go.
I think this is pretty crazy right here. New law in Florida turns social media evidence for takeovers.
Whew.
That's interesting, man, because you know what? Because they are out of hand, though, I must say.
I mean,
they are out of hand, son, but you think it's a sense of evasion, though, a little bit?
No.
What do you think?
I mean, if you're stupid enough to put it on camera, but my thing was, it wasn't just that though. They was talking about any kind of footage you put up there with autos, like you could be found susceptible and get locked up for it. So let's say, for instance, you put up a run on the highway, you didn't get caught, you didn't hurt nobody, but you posted it up, they could arrest you for that.
I ain't go front though. That is a little bit on the legal side though. I mean, is it not?
I mean, I thought, hey, listen, I guess they playing ball the right way. You know how they get that.
I guess they trying to figure it out, but my thing is, if you just post it up, you know what I'm saying, y'all post it up, you know what I'm saying, y'all keeping it cool, you know, a little idle maybe going on in some, maybe the cams chopping up or whatever. I don't think nothing wrong with that. That's
Shout to my guy SP.
You know
we see you, SP.
Let's go, SP.
See you, SP.
Word up, man.
I mean, I don't know, bro, but it just sounds a little weird to me. Like, I mean, don't get it twisted. I feel like if you out there doing something silly, because I've seen some of the silliest takeover moves ever.
This is what I mean,
on
like
Instagram.
So I'm talking about, man. And people getting hurt behind it, though. People getting hit backing out the biscuit. Like, it's crazy, son.
So, how about your man that was trying to set the fire in the middle of the floor? The G37 hit him in the back while he was doing it, knocked him through the fire, and now he on fire. Yo, he was on fire running around. He running around on fire. Yeah. And you think people would have helped him? They just had their cameras out like, damn. He on the floor jumping around.
But this is what I'm saying though. Like, where's humanity at though? Versus helping them, people don't record them though. This is why that's a problem. That's why that's a problem, son.
I mean, it's comedy, but at the end of the day, I think the funniest part had to be that whoever made the video stopped him before he hit the floor and then put the DMX on. Like, stop, drop. Yo, like, come on, B. But it's like you can't knock it. It's silliness, man.
But it's dangerous, though.
It is, and I think that's why they. But remember, laws that have started to get 10%, usually get the other 90% that ain't doing nothing.
Well, it goes like that for some reason.
No, it's horrible.
It is. It's bad, but you know,
catch them doing it and lock them up.
But that's what I mean, though. But they like this. If we can't catch them, I think that's how it goes. If we can't get you, everybody gotta get penalized.
That's messed up, B.
It is, though.
That's messed up. I hate that kind of science. But continue on. What else you got for us?
Craziness. Another one I thought was pretty, you know what I'm saying, pretty agitating. Corvette plans on branching out to be their own brand. That to me right there. If you want to see a brand die faster, do this. I think that's pretty interesting that they want to sit there and sacrifice the Corvette. But I think the Corvette been dwindling since they came out with the C8. Though I think it was definitely on his downfall way before they decided to do their own sub brand. So I think the Vet is out the door, kid.
I mean, at the end of the door, son. At the end of the day, man.
Four-door?
At the end of the day, you start talking about a 4-door Vet,
an SUV.
You might be talking about a wagon. What about a Corvette wagon?
If you're gonna do something, do a wagon then.
Right.
Do the wagon then.
Cadillac CTSV got a wagon, and that thing is about it.
My point.
But then again, it is a 4-door vehicle. You do have 2-door models though. So you have a 2-door model, you have a 4-door model, and you have a wagon. I think that's about as far as you need to go.
Yeah, but you know, everybody crazy, I guess, about SUVs, and I just think I feel like
they're just trying to collect cash, man. They doing it all wrong. Shout to my guy Keith. What's popping? AKA Ford Franklin over there. We see you over
Let's
there.
go. I don't know, man. I think GM is just like, I think they try to put pieces together before they really just go electrification. I think that's what they had is.
Yeah, well,
All the way electrification.
I will say this though.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this at the end of the day.
Yeah.
When you see a lot of these companies doing these kind of things, it's just a reminder that it's funny how things change. The same things that they was against back in the day, they don't have no problem doing now.
And that's my thing. I feel like what happens is just like with a lot of stuff, like you get certain people who start making plays and they don't know what type of plays they making.
Well, you know what? Somebody in the boardroom agreed with them.
But think about the same thing with the Ford Mach-E. They thought it was, whoa,
And then they bricked it. Oops.
super plane. Come on, son. And then what killed me about this though, they sat there and tried to compare it to the Porsche.
They said, yeah, we're gonna rock.
Porsche did it. Porsche did it with the Cayenne. How? It's not a 911, sir.
Say it again.
It's not a 911, sir. It's not one.
And see, remember, and Porsche and Ferrari and them are poised to do that. You know why?
Why is that?
Because it's like they front ends don't really change. Think about that.
Though. You got a point with so
not Ferrari, but let's say Porsche. Oh, Porsche front ends barely changed throughout the 50, 60, 70 years they've been around.
That's 100%. They hardly change. If they do, it's minuscule change. You know what I'm saying?
So when you see a Porsche truck, you say to yourself, yeah, it may look like the 911.
Until you start looking around, there's like, yo, this thing is not a 911 at all.
But then they do have that one model. What was that? The Porsche Cayenne GTS?
Yeah, but that's still not a 911.
And it was, I'm not saying it's a 911 at all, but what I'm saying, it was manual.
It was about a V8, 500, 400 plus horsepower. It was craziness.
This is what I'm saying. So
that was banana sandwich, right? That was a legend.
That's what I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, what does Corvette is Corvette?
That's what I'm saying. I think, like I said before, I think they put brand loyalty to the test, huh?
It hurts me.
It's suicide.
I think it is suicide. I think 100% is.
It's suicide.
They're killing themselves.
Oh man, so
they're killing themselves.
Like, when is enough though?
I would say, enough is enough when it's done.
I guess that's how they feel too, son. I guess that's how they feel too. Because my thing is, if it's not broke, why fix it?
It's true.
I'm trying to figure out where I think they really trying to take over the game with this. Though. I think they like, yo, this is about to be the game changer, son.
It's true.
I think that's where they had it, man. I think they truly had it. My last one right here, I thought was probably the most fantastic. You know what I'm saying? On this recap, manual Hellcat is back.
Oh,
I'm gonna read that. The manual Hellcat is back.
I love it.
It's back, yo.
And you know what? I gotta say this, man.
Yeah,
I gotta say this.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife was talking about this last night. Son.
Yeah.
I really was ready to sign my name, kid. It was going down. I was signing my name. I was sitting there in the dealership like this.
Yeah.
I had just built it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Well, you built it then and there?
I built it right then and there in the dealership. I built it at home first. Came in with the printout. This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout to my man Keith was popping.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I'm like, yeah, I wanted electric blue. I wanted that, that blue that they had. I wanted first I wanted the red demon seats. Then I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna get the black seats with the red seat belt. Right?
Dirty.
Then I turned around and put the bronze brass monkey wheels on it. It was wide body.
Man.
And I said, yeah, and I want that 6-speed. He said, hold up. He said, sir, let me go talk to the people. I said, okay. They come back. Yeah, man, the best we could do is a scat pack. I gotta stop the music for this one because it brought tears in my eyes. I was straight crying. It brought me to straight tears.
Son.
Straight tears, son. I should have had that car. So you know what? I walked out of there angry. No car for me.
Yeah.
And then you know what happened?
No.
I came across the blue Type R. And I said, you know what?
Yeah.
This seems a little bit more focused. I'll go with this.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did, man.
I mean, not a bad buy if you ask me.
He
Not a
came
bad buy
back
at all.
with stock brakes. Shout
That's
to
real.
sales. He
That's
said he
real.
came back with stock brakes. Y'all was mad, kid. I was upset, kid.
You know,
And then he tried to push the auto on me. He said, "Yeah, man, listen, that automatic transmission is better than you think." I was like this.
Yo, my
Are
thing
you
is,
kidding me?
right? You came in there, you like, yo, 6-speed. For somebody to say, yo, I need this in 6-speed, you gonna talk to me about an automatic though? That's to let you know right there, I'm not into that. Not for this. This is not what this is for. I'm not into that for this to be that.
He tried, son. Then he tried to sell me an automatic on the premises. Well, we're having a hard time. Hey, do you want to look at the white one we have out there? I was like, what?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You came in there talking about a 6-speed manual. He trying to push you on an auto. Like,
he tried to push me on the auto, kid. But it's all good, man.
That's ridiculous right there.
It's all good because I'm still going to get a manual Hellcat.
Of course.
What else you got? Any more recap?
Nah, man, I'm gonna lead them with that one. Let them think about that manual Hellcat back on deck right now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty hot.
I think so too.
Pretty hot.
With that being said, you know how we get down here, kid. We about to jump right in. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, we are back from our weekly specs. We got something going on this week. First off, it's been one crazy week to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a lot of things popping off right here. And we're going to start with this little bit of harassment that everybody talking about. Man. Tesla owners are saying that they face road rage and discrimination.
Really?
I find this more than interesting.
That's ridiculous, huh?
Shout to Camacho. He said automatic is for wussies.
Damn.
Early. Get yourself together.
Wow.
Get yourself together. Tell them.
This is a family show, though, y'all.
Man, listen. Show, family. Look. How you saying, baby boy? He said, hold on. They need to hear this. But let's get into it a little bit.
Go.
It looks like Tesla drivers are saying they faced a lot of road rage and heckling. It's almost always a guy in a pickup truck. Oh, they taking shots. So they already saying it's people in pickups. So Tesla drivers say they faced harassment since they started driving the EV. The electric car owners say they've been heckled and cut off in traffic due to anti-EV sentiment.
Wow.
Tesla cars are equipped with multiple cameras and have publicly documented the incidents. They said they noticed the road rage within the first week of them getting the car. He said he lives in Thousand Oaks, California. He said he told the publication that he faced incidents of road rage 8 times in November alone. I'll just be driving the same speed I had in my old Ford Fusion, but they'll cut me off and drive really slow or prevent me from switching lanes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He said multiple Tesla owners told the magazine that the incident appears to stem from anti-EV sentiment rather than dislike of Tesla's CEO, who is virtually synonymous with the brand and has generated a slew of polarizing headlines over the years. One Tesla driver, John Chivelu,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got to stop the music for this one. It says one Tesla driver, John Chivelu, told The Guardian that the incident seemed more likely to occur in southern states where electric cars are less prevalent. 3 more drivers said the incidents of road rage are often perpetuated by individuals driving pickup trucks. Well, I'm sorry, John. I hate to do this to you, but we're going to have to start this early.
It's the understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Give him the understeer early for that.
John, we apologize, but it looks like today you're going to get the understeer, buddy.
Yo.
It's your fault, son. You bought it. What'd you walk away from that you actually bought a Tesla? Hey, listen, try not to be too mean to you, but at the end of the day, man, everybody gets picked on or whatever that means in a car. Road rage happens whether you driving an EV or whether you riding a bike. Yeah, it happens.
100%.
It just goes to show what they're going to try to turn this into is a law.
Yeah.
Watch. They're going to try to turn this into a law to protect. You ready for this?
Yeah.
EV drivers.
They are. They're
going to try to turn it into a law.
But meanwhile, they got other important things to do, but they like, you know what? We got to protect EV drivers.
Shout to my guy Draco. He's in the building.
Let's go, Draco. You know, my question is, though, what did Sir John go past before he got to that Tesla? I'm just curious. I'm like,
I can almost guarantee Sir John stepped off his bike. He stepped off his pedal bike and said, yo, man, let me get a car.
He stepped off the pedal bike, like, hold on.
He stepped off the pedal bike. So. He said, hey, I like these electric bikes. Let me see if I could get me an electric car. hilarious.
They're gonna love this on the block when I pull up with this.
They're gonna love me when I pull up to the building in the front office. They say, "Oh, that guy John, he's a real tactical fellow."
Yo, my son.
What would you do? I'll just try to get into the monitor, but let's just get into it a little bit.
Let's go.
It said there's no data to prove Tesla drivers face more road rage than others, but there have been several reports of situations where electric cars appear to be targets of harassment. In August, Axios reported that over a dozen Tesla drivers in Iowa had been routinely heckled, cut off in traffic, and blocked from charging stations.
Yo, that's hilarious, son.
Wow.
You know what I'm probably realizing? I mean, thinking about, because when I be driving, right, and I see them, a lot of times when I see them driving, they're not even driving. They're not even paying attention.
Sounds like auto prejudice.
Son, they're not even paying attention, though. They just like this on their phone or doing something else other than like focusing on the road. So I can see how you may get blocked from a charging station.
Nah,
you might get a couple coins thrown at you.
Here's my thing. I wouldn't even bother because the car is gonna do all the work for me. And we're gonna get into that too right now. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all saw the headline on this.
Yep.
So it looks like a Tesla's owner's car told him to pull over before shutting down and trapping him inside. Okay, so now we're gonna get into this a little bit, right? So, and like I said, this is the head of it. This is why I be saying, man, at the end of the day, I wouldn't even harass the Tesla driver.
Hold on, baby. Don't lose your train of thought. I just gotta say this one thing.
Yo,
the Tesla owner said his vehicle is 5 days old. Is this a joke? Yo, carry on, son.
5 days old.
Yo.
Here we go, y'all. We're going to get into it. A Tesla owner said his car ordered him to pull over. I find that hilarious. Tesla owner said his car ordered him to pull over before it suddenly shut down and trapped him inside. Tom Exton.
It's the understeer.
Sorry, Tom. We had to give it to you. Tom Exton, a British YouTuber who collects cars, was driving to London on Thursday night when his 5-day-old Model Y asked him to pull over because it was shutting down. He did so, and within minutes, all power to the car was gone, Exton told Insider, adding that he felt trapped as doors on Tesla need power to open and close. I couldn't open the door by conventional means, so I had to use the emergency manual override latch on the door. Now, he actually put up a picture of what it said. It shows the Tesla driving. It shows the hazard symbol, like what you would see on your phone. Yo, what's going on, Harley? What it is? It shows a hazard sign that says pull over safely. Vehicle is shutting down. It says electrical system is unable to support all features. Switching off features to conserve energy. There we go.
Wow.
There we go. So, first off, right? This is why I wouldn't bother harassing them. If anything, I'm getting away from them.
Factory, 100%.
Because this is what the National Highway Traffic Safety Association was talking about. If this thing does this, what if there's an 18-wheeler behind you?
Damn.
You finished. He gonna smash right into you. Bow.
You're gonna blame the 18-wheeler.
Right. And they're gonna say, oh, you know, the 18-wheeler he was harassing me. Yo,
these things are detrimental to themselves.
Listen,
like you said, there's no point in harassing them. They're gonna harass themselves.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, kid.
And mind you, it seems like according to Tesla's emergency response guide for the Model Y, opening the front doors without power involved lifting the mechanical release handle located near the window. So now this thing has emergency pull-out doors.
Damn, sounds like a dummy car.
Oh, no. This is what I'm saying. If you want one of these,
good luck.
If you want one of these, after all of that, if you want one of these, then you have a real serious issue.
I think you want one of these. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you lacking something in life. I could be wrong. Son.
He said you lacking something.
Nah, you got to think about this, because if you're not listening to Rally Radio, you're not looking at the news, you're not paying attention to what's going on, and you decide to cop one, like you don't do your due diligence, and you decide to cop one, something's literally wrong with you. It has to be.
Listen, you already know what we think is wrong with it.
It's the understeer.
What up?
What did you go past to get to this?
He said, yo, you know what? That Porsche Carrera?
Yeah.
Nah.
6-speed? Matter of fact, the 8-speed auto? Nah, I'm good off that anyway. I'm gonna change the game with this Model Y, y'all.
I'm gonna change the game with this model, this transformer.
Son.
Yeah, okay. Yo. So it just goes to show. Listen, these cars are not ready for the big show. They not.
Nah, I don't think they could climb in the ring because they can't box. Nobody knows they can box. They're like, if you want to even show the life, get one.
That's hilarious.
Get one.
And they've taken lives. And
They
then
did.
and you know what I hate? Here goes the rhetoric.
Yeah.
And I know we probably got some listening. Don't forget, if you're listening, drop a like so we know you out there. Drop a comment. And if you can, share it. Let people know
100%.
what's going on. People try to say, oh, they're safer than gas cars. Oh, they have a better record than gas cars. And I'm like, they only been around for how long? Gas cars been around for how long?
That's another thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. How you gonna do that comparison? That doesn't even make sense.
And why would you? We living in a whole different world, because I tell you what, if electric cars was around back then,
Oh
you think
boy.
they would have survived? Nah.
What?
It's just, to me, it's the natural progression.
Yo.
It's like, you know what?
Hold on, baby. Say that one more time. If they was around back then,
They wouldn't be here. We rather walk. Come on, fam.
there's no way nobody can tell me if electrical cars was what came about when gas powered cars did, that they will still be here to this day.
That's a fact,
False.
bro. That's a fact. That's why you gotta say to yourself, man. Shout out to everybody listening and paying attention. That's why you gotta say to yourself, you gotta go like this. Listen, is this something that I really feel like? If you live in the inner city, because it seems like that's where they trying to aim these cars.
Yeah.
If you live in the inner city and you like, you know what, you want to take it back and forth to the train station, to each his own.
Factory. Okay.
To each his own. That's what you want to do. Go ahead. You want to jump in an electric car. Hopefully you got enough charge and you get out on a cold day. Ain't nothing we can say about that.
Yeah,
right?
he said hopefully you got.
You know what I'm saying? But
You ain't leave a light on.
right, you didn't make a mistake, or better yet, the car doesn't feel like letting you in. How's that? Or it's not being hacked and held hostage until you send money to an app so that they can unlock your doors, because they doing that too. But
Oh man.
my thing is, right, after all of that, you mean to tell me if you take this thing on a road trip, you really want to pull over for an hour and let this thing fully charge to keep moving? That's where they got you wrong.
See, I think people don't think about that. It's like, I would not want to take no electrical vehicle on a road trip, kid. I wouldn't even want to take it an hour away.
That's a fact.
Like you said, if you want to go to the train station, hop on the train, to each his own. Hopefully it's not too cold outside. Hopefully it wants to let you in, like
Facts.
everyone was saying.
Hopefully it lets you in.
And that's my thing. It's like, come on, yo. That's what I think when people go out and really buy these, though, they don't do research. Because people don't do research getting gas cars. So they for sure not doing research. And no matter how new this is, what's drawing people to it is that it's something new, relatively new. You know, they've been around for what, maybe 5 years now, something like that. They kind of start hitting the scenes of Tesla.
No. I would think they've been around a little bit longer.
Yeah, maybe about 7.
Oh
Something
man,
like that, 8.
shout to Miller, the resident Ford guy. Oh, don't worry, Miller. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah, it's a fact.
He said share the article about the F-150 that couldn't be moved. You heard about that?
Nah, I didn't even hear about that.
Oh man, it's ridiculous. I'm telling you, we wanted to talk about it last week.
Damn.
It was part of the agenda last week.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you, it just goes to show. Listen, they're not ready for prime time. They're not.
Man.
They not.
Showtime, son.
They not.
For showtime, kid. And that's okay though. Like, take them back inside. You know what I'm saying? Work out them kinks. And like we say all the time, let them stay over there and play where they gonna play at.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not try to mix them up now. Once you start trying to mix them up, it's like,
well, you know who's not trying to mix them up? You ready for this? Tennessee.
Mhm.
Tennessee is saying right now they're considering tripling the fee for owning an electric car.
Damn.
They trying to triple the fee, and everybody's like, "What fee?" Check this out. Electric vehicle owners in Tennessee could soon see the tripling of a fee when registering their cars. Governor Bill Lee, of course, Republican from Tennessee, is considering raising the $100 fee that EV owners pay each year to $300 as part of a plan to help fund the state's proposed transportation infrastructure bill. We want to make sure there's a fair fee for everyone, Lee said, noting that EV owners do not pay the gas tax that helps fund statewide highway and road maintenance. We'll figure out what that number is and move forward. Tennessee Transportation Commissioner Butch Ely said the proposed $300 annual fee for EV owners would equate to the gasoline tax non-EV drivers pay every year. I ask you, is that fair? What do you think?
I mean, the thing is, right? They thought they was cutting a corner because they don't pay gas. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to be fly?
They thought they was cutting a corner because they wasn't paying for fuel.
Say it again.
Okay, they thought they was cutting corners because they wasn't paying for fuel.
Right.
That's a technical number one.
Technical.
Number two, you want to drive these EVs on the road off the galore, mind you. You don't want to pay none to drive this.
Right.
But you want to use the same roads.
Oh,
nah,
boy.
Nah, you gotta pay something, baby.
But
so do I think it's fair? I think they should pay more. 500.
Wait.
500. I need more gas.
He said 500.
I need more gas, and not for nothing. And not for nothing. These things are ugly. They need to pay an appearance tax too, matter of fact.
Wow.
Charge them more.
I tell you,
sorry.
I'm not against it neither. And,
I'm not,
like I said, let's keep it a buck. This is
keep
Rally
it a
Radio.
bean.
You know how
Let's
we
go.
get down here, man. It's the bearded one. But keep it a buck.
Let's go.
At the end of the day, y'all get mad if people try to negotiate taxes, right?
Yep.
People get, oh, you know what? Oh, they're not paying their fair share. So you feel like the EVs are?
Oh
No,
not at all.
no, they not. In all honesty, petrol cars pay a lot.
They pay a lot to be here.
Registration, like he
man,
said.
son.
Inspection,
Yeah.
right?
Whoa.
Emissions.
Exactly. They got to go through a couple hoops.
They got to go, and we got to pay along the way. Let alone oil.
Oh man, son.
Think about how many auto zones they recycle that oil. Things like that.
That makes so much. Okay. Bearded one he just got on to something real quick. Like you just said, just imagine, son, if there's no more like you said, no more oil, people not paying.
That's what they want.
Some people gonna be staring at the wall like this. Damn, like how we gonna make EVs run on oil now?
But this is what they want, son. That's why I say it's hilarious.
Make them pay.
We try not to dog the EVs too hard, but they end up in the paper every week, and there's a reason for that too.
You know what? My biggest problem is, right, during the midst of them, we're gonna drop these EVs out. We're gonna let this guy over here destroy the market. Is that nobody sat down and thought about maybe it's just not the time, son.
You know what?
Maybe we need to hold on.
My thing is they could have did that, right? My thing is do the homework. If you don't do the homework, now let's think about inventions that have failed because they have not done the proper homework.
Yeah, they dropping them too soon. Yep.
We could go on all day about things that were supposed to work and didn't work. And it's like it was sold to the masses.
Yep.
And now the masses got to recoup that. You know what I'm bringing this to?
What's that?
Crypto. We're going to talk about crypto too a little bit. It looks like the crypto crisis. And when I say crisis, we already see that the CEO of FTX, they went bankrupt.
Yep.
You seen the bankruptcy filing, and that sent shockwaves through the whole crypto world, because now the value is starting to go down, and at a point where inflation is going up. So now it's like people are taking a loss, right? So now it looks like because crypto has hit the floor, it looks like there's going to be some cheap, used luxury cars. So the reason we even brought that up is because it brings us back a couple shows when I said, are supercars investments?
Yeah.
Shout to my guy. I don't want to put his name out there, but he did buy himself a nice Lamborghini.
Fire.
He told me what he paid for, and then he told me what the car is worth now. The car is worth $50,000 more in the blue book.
So
$50,000 more in the blue book.
So it seems to be like they are an investment, It is, but a lot of times though, before this was a big thing. Oh man, if you buying a car, it's going to depreciate in X, Y, and Z.
As soon as you drive it off the lot,
and what bothers me
depreciate with value.
Right, what bothered me with that was like, okay, a lot of times you wasn't buying just some ordinary car.
Of course not.
So that's my thing. Is like, okay, this thing is not even ordinary to begin with.
Right.
And you trying to tell me this is not going to be an asset later?
Well, let's get into it a
Let's
little
go.
bit. According to a report from the New York Post, I know a lot of people don't like the Post, but we're going to listen to it today. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts appear to be offloading their luxury cars in response to the furor caused by prominent crypto exchange FTX's recent bankruptcy filing. If you're not in the know, here the abridged version of FTX was founded by Sam Bankman-Fried, commonly known as SBF. FTX is a Bahamas-based cryptocurrency exchange that seemed to be making the most of the metaverse craze, apparently doing so well that it could afford to sponsor the Mercedes-AMG F1 team. And even when filing for bankruptcy, FBF said the company was worth around $5.5 billion. As it turns out, the company's crypto holdings totaled less than $660,000, according to market insiders. Many investors, big and small, have lost huge sums, but the ripple effect from his shock to the industry has extended beyond the FTX clients, with cryptocurrencies across the globe sinking in value. As a result, many can afford the lavish lifestyle that digital tokens like Bitcoin bought them, so now it looks like they're putting up them G-Wagons for sale.
Damn. Yo, my thing is, though, how is this cryptocurrency just buying people all sorts of stuff, son? That's amazing to me. Like,
well, remember,
okay,
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a banker.
yeah,
The bearded one is not gonna sit here and say he's a crypto major.
okay,
But I do know
yeah,
a hustle when I see one.
mm.
So let's say Gutter Ball Rally, we're Gutter Ball Crypto, GBC.
Yeah, okay, go to ball crypto, okay,
And I have this currency that nobody else has, and I only have 200 coins. So because I only have 200 coins, they worth 10,000.
yeah,
Who says they worth 10,000? I say they worth.
yeah, I guess you do, huh?
Right? You could buy in right now. And here goes the first willy-nilly one like this.
Give me your fucking money.
He says, sure, I'll buy in. Here's 10,000. And then somebody sees him buying, oh, here's 10,000. Now I'm down to my last 5 coins. It's going to cost you 50,000 a coin, right? So I done made all of this money. And you invested in me hoping that it goes up, right?
Yeah.
So while they invested in me, I take some of that money. I could invest that money.
Okay, I get where you going. Yep.
And I could keep some.
I hear that. Okay.
Is that not a hustle?
Nah, that is, huh? That is.
That's a hustle last time I seen one. But that's how they was able to afford all this stuff, because they wasn't buying it with crypto.
That's what I mean. You wasn't copying that with this magic money.
They said, yeah, I would love that G-Wagon. Okay, I got 10,000 GBC coins. They like,
I got wild Monopoly coins for you. Go take that.
I got these hotels and houses I had on Park Place.
Yo, you want to trade for these waterworks? You want to trade? Yo,
I take that G-Wagon over
son.
there. But think about it. Think about
You're
it.
right though, kid. You're
Think
right.
about it.
He's right though, yo.
Think about everybody's like, oh, it's gonna be a transfer of wealth. Okay, I'm buying it. I hear you.
Damn, son, that's amazing me. Like, just because you said this thing is about to get crazy, it's just about to get out of hand and really be
Oh,
next thing.
we need another way. Well, either way, we're gonna talk about how that affects the money or these cars.
Let's go.
A lot of guys Mercedes had to freeze orders because guys was ordering $300,000, $400,000 Benzes and they couldn't pay for it. So now these luxury cars are on sale at half price because they got to get rid of them. Y'all ready to hear the list?
Let's hear that list.
So we're gonna go from McLarens, Lamborghini Urus, 2021 Mercedes G-Wagons with 3,000 miles on it for $187,000. I mean, you name it. They got Mercedes AMG G63 joint. You name it. They got them all out here. And this is what people was popping. So that just lets you know. If the crypto wasn't working, the cars was.
Huh?
What's your thoughts on that, kid?
I think that's ridiculous, man. I think the problem is like for you to sit there like you said, man, I got 10 of these, you know what I'm saying, these GBC coins and they worth this, and this. Like how, like, it's amazing to me that people could just go in that direction so fast and then sit there and bank everything on it though.
Yep.
Is that a way of life? Is that a part of it and I'm missing? Like I'm confused with that one, huh?
That's how we do
That's really
bro.
interesting though, like, and
That's
then you
how
turn
we do.
around, now you gotta sell your joints. Or you can't even get that thing. You sat there like, yo, I'm about to kill him with this right now. You can't even do that.
Like, yo, son, I can't wait till I come through with this joint. Yo, this crypto is a come up. And then the next minute, you broke. But
Yo,
it
that's
is what it
amazing
is.
to me, man. That's just so amazing to me, kid. Cause you know what? I'm about to go back in the lab and come out with some SI coins. That's it, son. Straight out of Long Island.
look.
with SI coins.
Change, you filthy.
Yeah, I don't want that. And I'll work with him. Don't do it. I work with him. Don't do it.
I'm just saying, man, people's getting away with this though, better one. Like, I'm confused. Son, like, why we can't make some GCD coins, B? Come on, son. This is ridiculous, yo.
I mean, like I said, cats is getting over. But it just goes to show it's like, yo, you know what? What goes up must come down. That's like them PPP loans. Man. Government come for that.
Yeah, I heard about those.
I want all of my money, you heard? Man, want all of my money. That's how they play it, kid. But it is what it is, man. With that being said, we got a couple other things we're going to talk about before we move on. It looks like Escalade and Camaro are going to be GM's next brand umbrellas.
Wow.
So we're going to talk about this a little bit. Now, we talked about the Corvette being its own brand.
Yep.
It looks like GM is trying to do the same thing with Cadillac, Escalade, and Chevy Camaro.
But yo, I thought they was killing off the Camaro though.
They wasn't killing it. They was going to make it a 4-door EV. And now this gives them the room to do it.
Wait, did they even do a swan song for it?
No, they didn't. They supposed to be coming out with the Swan song next year next year for 2024. And it's going to supposedly have the Blackwing mode in it.
Really?
So that's going to be very interesting.
So wait, did they drop the one? I think they're supposed to drop the one with the C8 engine in there already. They didn't do that yet.
Well, no, they didn't do that yet.
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
I tell you what, it's definitely looking crazy. Now, let's take a little stroll down memory lane real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do everybody remember the auto crash or at least the bailout of 2008 when Obama got in office?
Yep.
And the auto companies had to be bailed out?
Mm-hmm.
What was their number one problem?
Was it the number one problem was oil?
It was spending. Nah, it wasn't oil. It was spending, and they had too many brands.
Okay.
They had way too many brands. So now, look at this. Let's fast forward it a little bit.
Oh damn, let's go.
They had back then. They had Pontiac,
Yeah.
Saturn, Plymouth.
Yep.
Just to name a couple.
Mercury, right? Wasn't Mercury their own brand too?
Mercury. All of those brands was up under them at that point, right? And what happened? They ended up turning around. They went bankrupt. They had to get rid of some of the brands, and that caused a lot of controversy because, like a company like Pontiac was done.
Yeah, son.
Saturn done. We could care less about Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn was done.
It was what it is, you know. But you figure if you're gonna have a brand umbrella, why wouldn't you bring those brands back? Instead of taking your best-selling autos and turning them into their own brand.
That's ridiculous, though. You know what? Maybe they thinking, right? Maybe they thinking it's cheaper.
It can't.
Because they already have it there. Mind you, though, they could go back in the archives, though.
Right.
They can do that. And mind you, though, son, they had a couple things. They had what was Oakland.
What?
Yo, son, GM was wilding. They was wilding out. But like you just said, why not go back and bring those back?
They can easily do that. But instead, they want to take their favorite selling cars and turn them into full brands. GM plans to expand the Escalade and Camaro names into sub-brands, like they plan on doing for the Corvette. We talked about that. Mm-hmm. The other Escalade models could include smaller 3-row crossovers and a more car-like crossover. Why?
They could just create that. They don't gotta sit there and be like, yo, this is about to be its own brand. So, oh man, you know what they're doing is I think they feel like they really failed with those other ones,
which they did.
Damn, that's cold-hearted, right? Pontiac?
Oh man,
I think Pontiac was their best bet.
We got people checking in from Jamaica. What's good?
Let's go.
Neato. Mm-hmm. Listen, man. Shout to everybody that's listening, paying attention, man. We appreciate y'all 100%. 100%. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like. And if you can, please share it to the people. Let's put this out there, man. We're going to let them know. But at the end of the day, this is just pointless.
I think, like you said, man, I think they need to go back. They need to go back and finesse Pontiac. I'm sorry. Out of all of them that went under,
you can bring Pontiac back.
Bring him right back.
You could bring Pontiac
in a hurry.
Fast.
Come on, son. Like, I think the problem is though, Ben. I think the problem is B. They not talking to Rally Radio before they sit here to make these decisions.
That's what they need to do.
For real, like, cause listen, here on Rally Radio, we won't steer y'all wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we here to do. We here to bring y'all news, the truth. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Because this right here is getting out of hand.
I just wonder. It just makes me wonder about them in general.
I'm telling you, man, they putting that brand loyalty to the test.
They say, yo,
They putting it to the test. Son.
You like Camaros, right?
You like Escalades? Remember the EST with the cutoff back? You like those?
Not for nothing. No, hold on, because I gotta stop the world for this. I love that truck.
It was fire, though. It was fire. It was, yo, when I seen that, I was a young boy. I was a young boy running around. I said, yo, what is it? I said, the Escalade with the
open back.
I was like, oh no.
Yo, it was this kid in Rosedale. Yeah, he had a burgundy EXT Escalade.
What?
And he had the burgundy R1 in the back.
No way. He's killing it.
He was killing it.
He was
killing it.
Damn.
I love that truck. I just got to put it out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't agree with what they doing, but I do miss that EXT.
It was fire though.
Fire.
It was.
That Cadillac, the Chevy Avalanche. I loved all of
Avalanche
those
was hot too, son.
Stylish pickups. That was my thing. Man, sorry, y'all. I just had to interrupt that real quick. But at the end of the day, it just goes to show I feel like they're not using their heads on this one.
Nah, they not, man. I feel like they jumping the gun and they're gonna soon spin out behind this.
Well, you know what? It looks like that's what Camaro and vets like to do. Damn. Spin out. But
that's cold right there. That's cold.
With that being said, y'all know we talk about cars, planes, trains. Y'all know how we get down.
Let's do it.
But we got this one more little piece for y'all right here. Just to show y'all we love everything. Boeing 747 ends production after 54 years as an aviation legend.
Damn, how they do that?
Because now they moving on with that 767. Now, mind you, that 767 was putting people in the dirt. Remember, it was crashing. Yeah. They changed the wings on it. They had a whole plane crash with it. And they were trying to figure out how. They was like, it was the software. Everybody on the plane died, too.
God, man.
Boeing has closed a significant chapter in aviation history. The firm announced that it has built its final 747. Production of the 747 started in 1967, and the two-story plane had a major impact on air travel. It stood out as the first twin-aisle aircraft, and we all know that's crazy.
Exactly.
And it was much bigger than most of the other planes you'd spot on the runway in the late 1960s. In turn, this reduced traffic at airports around the world. The 747 could carry over 500 people in its biggest configuration compared to about 200 for the older 707. Many historians call the 747 the original jumbo jet. That is crazy. And there's only other one I trust more, and that's the Airbus.
Yeah.
The A390 Airbus. That's it.
I was actually doing research on these Boeings. I'm like, yo, these Boeings is crazy, man. These things was fast too.
Oh yeah.
They was in crazy speed.
Oh yeah. Well,
oh man, son, I feel bad for the Boeing, man.
Let's give that Boeing 747. We're gonna give that one the salute. You know, a moment of silence here. All right, we good.
We back. I mean, I could use one of those turbines though.
Yeah, your word.
Let's go.
Here in front, I seen a worker get sucked into one on Inside Edition. I was like, whoa, how do you do that? But shout to Boeing, man. You know, he loves the people that change history, man.
Factory, man.
With that being said, man, we are here at the show, man. There's a couple other things we got to talk about too. But in the meantime, before we even get into that, wanted to take this time to make sure that we talk about today's sponsor. And today's sponsor is going to be PCBS.
Let's go.
Car Services. S.I, tell them a little bit about that.
So what that is though, man. So let's say you guys, you know, you're not too sure what vehicle you're getting ready to go check out. You want to look at it, but you don't really got the right people in your corner or know anybody for that matter that can help you do so. That's what we will do for y'all. We'll come out, inspect it for you, make sure it's right. We have a checklist, everything prepared. So you make sure what you're getting ready to put your money to, it makes sense. And we are certified to do so. So just let us know, baby.
Let's go.
Rally Radio. You can contact us. You can find us on the Instagram, on the Facebook. Matter of fact, everywhere, baby. We nationwide, baby. Let's go.
You know what to do. All right. That was PCBS
Factory.
Brought to y'all today. That was today's sponsor for today's show. And it looks like a lot of people are going to be talking about this next segment right here because it looks like it's going to get crazy out here, especially when we get into this tech talk. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. I wanted to send a shout out to
Yeah.
by the way, too. I wanted to send a shout out to everybody who's tuned in today,
Let's go.
because today is actually a special day here for Rally Radio. We are going into the next year, and we're going to talk about it a little early. Okay. We are going into the next year, and when we go into next year, we got a couple things we got planned out, couple trips and things we got planned out. So one of them in particular is going to be the Enter the Dragon.
Damn. Part 2, baby.
Part 2.
Part 2. And a little brief recap of that. It was amazing. That's all I got.
It was amazing.
That's it.
It was amazing.
That's it.
And that's just to say the least. If you're a car driver, you probably would have wanted to be there. And not for nothing, this is us really getting the reins out, making sure that we know what we're doing.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, we're going to be setting up our second annual. So we definitely going to get the prices. We're going to get everything together. But I will say, shout to my guy, Phil.
Let's go, Phil.
Phil put up a video of the night drive.
Oh,
the night toes drive. And I can't front.
Yeah.
You got to have a whole different set to be out there.
What? You think so? I mean, not for nothing. There's no lights out there.
There's no light.
It's only you and those lights you're behind.
And let's just hope that you catch the eyes of the deer before you turn the corner. You know what I'm saying? But I got to say, I'm looking forward to it. Night toes.
I can't wait, son. I can't wait for that one, though.
It's going to be interesting to say the least.
I can't wait, man.
It's going to be interesting. But with that being said, y'all, now we get down. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby.
And we about to jump into this next segment. Y'all ready for this?
Let's go.
Here we go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
Oh, man, we are back. It is Tech Talk. Tech Talk, Tech Talk. You know what? Before we even jump all the way into Tech Talk, too, I did want to talk about the F-150 because that was a very interesting thing that we had came across. And it looks like he said the F-150 fried his whole home.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
It says the F-150 Lightning owner claims Electrify America Charger fried his truck. Wow. The Ford pickup couldn't even be put into neutral and had to be dragged onto a tow truck. Man. Wow, man. It says a Ford F-150 Lightning owner claims an Electrify America charging station bricked his truck. Now, mind you, I know this comes from that Electrify America is Ford's charge thing.
Really? I didn't know that.
So on top of all of that, right?
Yeah.
It looks like Ford is out here putting out faulty charges, but we ain't gonna get into that. Look, Eric Rowe.
Let's go, Rowe.
Damn.
What? Sorry,
I ain't gonna front, son. It's a couple understairs
already.
Let's go.
Understairs out here.
A few of them out here.
Looks like Eric Rowe.
It's the understeer.
Okay, posted a tweet on Sunday showing his black F-150 Lightning being towed away from a charging station after the screen on the charger went black. He was on vacation with his family, including 2 dogs. The
dogs.
The dogs was looking at him like,
fam, this is what you have us doing?
You couldn't do better than this?
Come on, kid.
So it looks like he plugged the Lightning to the EA charger, started to charge, heard a loud boom, and the charger went dark, and the Lightning threw up a bunch of error codes and wouldn't start.
No.
Couldn't even shift the truck into neutral. The truck was towed to Power Ford Lincoln of Newport, Oregon.
Oregon?
The dealership told him the 12-volt battery, which powers most of the pickup's accessories, would have to be replaced before it could do a full diagnosis on what went wrong. Moreover, the dealer claims the 12-volt battery is a special battery with no availability ETA.
So what, you trying to tell me this battery's on back order?
On top of that,
I ain't gonna front. If I was that family, I would have looked at something like this. What did you pass to get to this? See, I really want to know what goes on. Like, all right, better one.
Yo, he laid it up on the board with no hoop. You just heard the NBA Live 95. Just no hoop, kid. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yo, I gotta ask, what do you think he possibly passed to get to this F-150 Lightning? You know he paid the brick for it. You know he paid the brick.
He probably paid $120.
What do you think he paid?
Markup was crazy.
They got him.
He said, I want it though. It says, sir, you don't want this Chevy Silverado pickup? No.
You don't want the dually? You want this?
You don't want the F-150 Laramie edition?
Come on, you don't want the turbo diesel? You don't want that. You want that? Damn.
He said, I want the F-150 Lightning. And they said, you know what? Then you have to do, sir. He said, what's that?
Give me your fucking money.
Give me your money.
He said, you know what you have to do.
He got hustled, man, and now he's sitting there with $120,000 paperweight.
Damn, son.
Boy,
I gotta ask, man. I wonder how he feels.
he feels like he bricked.
He has to, son. The dog's looking at him, kids looking at him.
Yo, could you imagine that the kids are sitting there like, you are really supposed to be smarter than that, Daddy.
You to be smarter than that.
But Daddy, it's a car. Why it doesn't work?
Dude, the dogs talking to each other like they hungry, they cold.
Can't even start. And no, nothing make you feel more worse than family at a time like that. They be like this. They be looking at you like
Everybody give you the side eye.
They be like, yo, he a bozo. Well, they be looking like,
I can change my family.
So look, just mad at you, son.
You know, his wife ain't saying nothing. She quiet. She just staring at him too. Like, hold on, dog. This is what you dragged us out here to do. He trying to kill us.
He dragged us out here to get stuck.
Yo,
but
man,
it just goes to show things could go wrong, man. So with that being said, I'm sorry, yo. We're gonna jump into the tech talk. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Don't forget to drop a like, drop a share if you can. Help us out there. Share it out to your people. You know what I mean?
Don't forget to call up neither, man. 516-206-0711. We would love to hear your thoughts. Let's go.
That's
y'all.
a fact. The phone numbers are open. You know, I'm sorry, I even put the scroller down there at the bottom, but it looks like Acura Type S. I gotta turn the music off for this.
Please.
So we're gonna get into this a little. The 2024 Acura Integra Type S is official, and it looks like a luxurious Civic Type R. And when we say that, I mean it's coming with 300 horsepower,
over 300,
because you know the new Type R 315 or
something
more,
something like that. Okay.
And it's gonna be 6-speed manual.
That's fire, right? And they also have a redone exhaust on it too, so it's supposed to be even different than the Type R's exhaust.
So, do you remember when I said that there was hidden horsepower in the Type R? How much you want to bet they released that power? And how much you want to bet?
Damn.
They are gonna make this thing make about 350 horsepower. Watch.
If they do that one, I don't know, kid.
You already know.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh, we got a call.
Let's go.
Man, let's get to the phone.
Damn. Bear with us, y'all. Hold on.
Oh, hang up.
God damn.
All right, Rally Radio. Who we got in the box?
Who we got?
Yo, y'all got me dying over here, bro. You said the dogs is talking to each other. Talk about.
That's a fact.
Yo, the crazy thing is, you know, with that F-150 Lightning, y'all know y'all saw that other video before where the video where the range was cut in less than half just because it was cold outside. So you know they charged a bunch to get it over there.
Damn, son.
Yo,
Phil.
Phil.
They had to charge mad times to get it over there.
Yo, Phil. He couldn't even put the truck in neutral. They had to drag it onto the flatbed to move.
Yeah, you know that joint heavy.
Son, heavy ain't the work. Yo, Phil, that thing gotta at least be 12,000 pounds, son. It gotta be something crazy.
Yo,
that's ridiculous.
Heavy, son. I think it's about that. I think it's about 10,000 pounds.
It's about 10,000 because the Hummer.
Hummer's 11,000.
It's probably like 8 and change because the Hummer is 9, and the Hummer is the heaviest one.
Yo, do you hear that number?
That's ridiculous, huh?
You hear that number you just said? 8,000 pounds. Like, I mean, really?
8,000 pounds.
And we're gonna find out what the accurate is.
All right, so it weighed. They claim it weighs 6,015 pounds.
What?
That's what it's claiming.
6,000 pounds.
That's what it's claiming.
So Phil,
yeah.
Before we even jump into that, I know you down for the supercharged run.
Factory.
Oh yeah.
It's going down. Sales already
I'll be the first one there.
Oh damn.
Yo, Sales already put the APB, said I'm bringing my helmet
Mhm.
and my gloves.
Damn.
Get ready. Oh, boy.
That's it, son.
My helmet and gloves are ready. Remember, my helmet, I got the GoPro mount.
Let's
We
go.
on deck.
Let's go.
So, what do you think, right? Now, Phil's a certified car guy.
Factory.
What's your thoughts on this 2024 Acura Type S? When you first heard about it?
Well, I'm not surprised about it because it's one thing that Honda's gonna do is they're gonna capitalize on what they have. So I kind of predicted this is gonna happen. So this doesn't really surprise me.
Uh-huh.
I'm glad they're doing it.
Okay.
The Type S model definitely with the body kit definitely it helps. It looks better than the regular joint that looks like the Accord Cross to it.
That's a
It
fact.
definitely helps it out a little bit.
Because
that was some bigger wheels and
bigger
some better air. It definitely looks better for sure. I just want to know how much this thing is going to cost. Because if the regular one is at a premium already over the Civic Si at 35 G's, you know they're going to want 50 for this.
I say
and
60,
if I'm talking, they better not. Because that Mark V Super is sitting right there at 55 with the manual.
But that's what I'm talking about.
I got to say.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got to say.
You know what I'm saying? That Mustang is sitting right there at 50, 40 to 50. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me that it makes sense. And it's not like a Type R where the Type R got the nameplate. It's a special one. No, this is a regular Acura.
This is not gonna be 40. I can tell you that right now. This ain't gonna be 40.
It's definitely not.
It's
no
not
way,
40,
son.
It's not gonna be 40.
Ain't gonna be 45.
Now you stepping on 400 Z toes. Now you stepping on GR Corolla toes. If it's gonna be that much more expensive,
son,
it's gonna have to make that much more power.
It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be really focused because now you're gonna start getting into M2 territory though.
But hold up, Phil. Remember we said this. The way they had the motor configured, they was hiding horsepower.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna unleash it with this. I really do. And they begging the aftermarket to do something with it too. You already heard about that.
Nah, I ain't hear about that part.
Yeah, Acura is begging the aftermarket to tune this thing.
Yeah, in the garbage.
Really?
So to me, it's a very interesting point. It's like, you know what? What I think it does, I believe it hurts the FL5 Type R.
Yeah.
And I believe it makes the FK8 stand out even more.
Yeah.
It does.
Because now, if I'm going to get the Civic Type R FL5, why wouldn't I get the Type S?
Yeah.
I mean, but the Type R is no focus.
But, okay, what they're apparently saying is the Civic is more for the track, and the Integra is going to be more street focused, street performance focused. So it's not going to be as hard edged as the Civic is.
So weigh your hands, right? You could get the FL5 Type R. Don't get me wrong. It's a Type R is badged. Not badged with numbers. It's just Type R now, right? Yeah. Or you could get that same motor, that same power, and a little bit more luxurious, still manual.
Okay.
Still manual, but street focused. What would you do?
Can't ask me that question, man. I'm going to get the track focus one.
You're going to get the track focus
100%.
one. Phil's going to go after the track focus one. I'm gonna go after the track, but the other 70%,
yeah, they're gonna get
they're gonna go for this.
They're gonna go for the street focus one.
So I
mean, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from because for the masses, the masses aren't hard edge.
Yes,
the masses don't. The masses want more features and stuff. And yeah, I can see that.
That makes sense.
It's a fact. When it comes down to it. They might have put the FK8 up a little bit more and the reason I say that, is not necessarily over the power, but there was nothing else that Acura came out with at that time, or Honda came out with at that time.
Yeah,
that was close to that.
because I think that one was more like it was more purposeful. That's why they didn't have to fluff none. Remember, they just had the SR, and the SR was doing all right.
Right.
So they ain't really have to. Oh snap! Now we gotta. Oh shit! What we gonna do? Now we gotta drop the Type R engine and something. They ain't have to. They ain't have to worry about that. Now they came out with this dust, and they like, you know what? We got to get crazy with it, and that's why they make it kind of on some Type R kind of ish type of wave. And they shouldn't have did that, because like you said, now it kind of hurts it. And it's like, what is the master gonna want? Like, you gonna feel what you're saying. So get a Supra. Solve all the problems. Just solve all your problems, baby. Get one of those. Solve your problems. Call it a day. You better sleep better at night.
He tried to throw. Here we go again.
I'm just saying.
Here we go again, Phil.
Because we just said this thing is not gonna be 40. It's not gonna be 45, but it's gonna be north of 50. Son.
I don't think it's gonna be that high. I think that
it's no way they're gonna charge us. They're gonna make it cost 10,000 more than the base. There's no way.
So the base model is how much?
The luxury model, okay, the top line A-Spec is what, like 35, right, Phil? Something like that, 35?
35, yeah, like 35, yeah.
This one right here, you tell me they're going to make it cost 10,000 more. No way, son.
I'm going to tell you this.
10,000 more sounds about it. It'll probably be like,
I say 50.
Is a solid number.
I think 42, and the markup going to take it over 60.
I say 47, and the markup going to take it over 65.
I'm not quite sure how much that markup going to be.
It's going to be nasty.
I don't know.
It's going to be nasty
if
work.
If the regular Integra is indicative of anything, them joints is moving for MSRP and less.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, nobody want that Integra, man.
They gonna want this one.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna want this one though. This one gonna be a little different.
That's true. That's true. I can see them wanting this one because this one got the Type R motor for cheaper.
And that's the
big brakes, all that.
It has everything.
Yeah.
It has everything. I don't know, but we don't know the interior. And we all know that when you buy a Type R, there's one main thing you looking for outside of the motor.
It's that interior.
You looking for them red seats.
I ain't go front. I think
the
this
red
interior.
Seats and that,
I think this interior is gonna be kind of hot though. If anything, the interior is gonna be Type R. It's gonna have red mats.
What if it's red with carbon fiber like?
Okay, 65.
Oh my god!
You talking carbon fiber pieces now?
God.
Inside, yeah, it's gonna be like 65. I'm telling you, kid, this thing is not gonna be your $42,000 car, $43,000 car. It's gonna be north of 50.
So Phil, if you had to choose, so one more question: the R35 celebrated its 15th birthday.
Right?
Imagine that,
right?
15 years.
Damn,
on the market. That is crazy.
Because remember, the first one, the 07, has set the benchmark at Nürburgring. Remember?
Yeah.
So we coming up on 15. It's 15 since they started creating it, right? What's your thoughts on that car? And is it one of your top 10?
The R35. When the R35 first came out, the first thing I looked at was that it came with a 6-speed dual clutch, and I wrote the car off immediately because it was like, I'm not dealing with that.
Smart man. Carry on.
I need a manual. I don't even get. And watching the numbers that car was able to put up, the violent acceleration numbers, you know what I'm saying, the track numbers, all of that. I'm looking at that. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but it ain't got a manual, so I don't really care.
Agreed.
As time went on and dual clutches became more mainstream.
Yes.
I'm looking at it like, I mean, the car is definitely legendary in its own right. It does put up numbers. I would never get one because again, it's not manual, so I can't deal with that.
100%.
But for other people that I've seen GTRs work on track, and believe me, I tell you, the car ain't no joke.
They work.
It is definitely a computer on 4 wheels, and it'll definitely make a driver who's not that talented look like he's Lewis Hamilton out here. Like the computing power of the car is incredible.
Man. Yo.
But it's also they are very, very fast cars. But again, as I said, they've just never been my cup of tea because I need to shift my own gears. That's just me though. And I'm saying, but for the masses, for the normal people, yeah, GTR is definitely certain to work, certain to be attained to. And they've been, for the most part, other than the 2009 and 2010 years with the transmission issues,
Oh yeah,
they've been
that was ugly.
fairly reliable. And the funny thing is, the thing about it is though, the reason why they had transmission issues is mostly because niggas was drag racing.
Say it again.
Factory.
Say it again. I saw one go down.
Drag racing, launch after launch after launch, and they weren't made to take that. But there was a time that the GTR put the 911 Turbo on notice, because what they did was the 911 Turbo was cool. Then the GTR came out, and then Porsche was like, "Nah, we can't have this." And then they were going back and forth for a couple of years, making phenomenal cars. You know what I'm saying? The 997 correct, the 997 Turbo. You know what I'm saying? The 991 Turbo.
It was
all of these cars, and Nissan, even though they weren't putting out newer versions of the even though they weren't putting out new GTRs, they were upgrading the current GTR.
Yes.
Every time Porsche did something, Nissan came out with a new version. You know what I'm saying? Come out with the Black Series, the Nismos. You know what I'm saying? And they went back and forth for a while until the Porsche kind of got serious. It was like, all right, cool. We're gonna embarrass y'all now, and you're not gonna come back from this.
You know,
until y'all come out with a new car.
So I got one for you, right? I got one for you. If that's the case, right? Is it legendary?
I'd say so. Just for what it meant. The performance that it put out at the time, like 2008. In 2008, the GTR came on the scene, and there was absolutely nothing touching it. No 911 Turbo was coming close.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a legitimate supercar slayer when it came out.
It's a fact.
It was though.
It was videos of it laying out Lamborghini Garados and all of the all them other.
It was smacking the Murcielago, the V12, the Murcielago up.
It was killing them. It was walking them, and it was ridiculous. I would say this though. I believe the only knock that you can give it is the fact that it was auto. And then when I saw the video of how they built it and how it's made, I understood that it could never be manual. Like, that's not something you could just put on that car because of the way that they have two like differentials. They got a differential in the rear, but it's all connected by like one axle. It was something different I had never seen. And because of that, it made it 50-50.
Okay.
And to me, the only knock is that it's not manual. But
exactly.
I will say this: at the end of the day, it's probably one. I never drove one, but I can only say that it's probably one hell of a car to drive.
It is. It's absolutely insane. The GTR is absolutely insane to drive.
And it makes me think about the predecessors, the 32, the 33. What are those like?
I've never driven those before.
Never ever.
Fact.
But put in, and the funny thing is, if you put the 35 lays waste to all of them, obviously. It's not even a competition.
Right.
Just because, I'm saying, when they originally came, it was almost 500 horsepower. And the 34 that came out before it, when it stopped production in 02, was at, what, 330?
I think it was 330. You're right. You're right. Handshake deal, though. It was the handshake deal.
Completely different animal.
Once you start stepping over 400.
But I think at that point in time, they was targeting something different when they brought it back out, though. I think like what Phil was saying. Yeah, I think at that point they was trying to go at Porsche. Because if you ask me, I think that's one of the reasons why Porsche stopped the 6-speed turbo Porsches and made them PDKs. I think it was to really go at that, because like Phil said, when that drink came out, remember Porsche stopped manual turbo Porsches or 911 turbos in like 2014 or something like that. So only up until then, that 6-speed was battling that GTR.
It's a fact.
Up until then.
Exactly.
Well, I'll tell you this. Where's Nürburgring at?
You mean for the 911 right now?
No, where is it? Literally, like geography-wise, literally, where is the track?
Oh, it's in Germany.
Who comes from Germany?
Porsche. So the
fact that this Japanese car just came out here and laid out our time was enough for them.
Facts.
That was
But it's like what you said though. The way they engineered their car, that GT, the R35, which I do love by the way, it's like they made it in a way to make this manual be ridiculous. So I think that in a sense they kind of made it like, all right, yo, we're gonna do a little bit of cheating because we all know that in order when the automatic cars are fast because the gears are smaller and whatever else goes into it, right?
Right.
Just imagine if they made it manual though. I bet you would never lay down no time crazy than a 911 turbo. I bet you.
I don't know.
Yeah, bet you couldn't do it, son.
Yeah, I definitely, I fully agree with you.
No way,
because
they
you gotta remember when the
R2
GTR came out, the 997 turbo was a conventional automatic. It wasn't. It wasn't a dual clutch.
Exactly. Yeah, that sound crazy.
Yo, Phil, what's going on back
2010.
That VA sound crazy, though, Phil. Hold on.
Yo, Phil, are you in the room with a tiger? Like what?
That joint sounded good back there, son. Word.
What was that? It was
I'm trying to focus, like
that was that some traffic on the Southern State, man. Some dude on the other side of the highway. He ran out of talent, and he went off into the trees.
Damn.
So
I got,
but that's on the other side. I'm sitting here. I just got past it because people was rubbernecking.
I got one more question for you, right? And then we're gonna move in because I'm gonna ask you the driver's etiquette question. The golden era of autos for you. And what I mean is from your own experiences. What was the most I was watching Fast and Furious last night. The first one. The Fast and Furious. Me and BP over here.
From 1950? Because I was
yo, stop.
Oh, I'm just saying, my bad.
Yo, he's gonna get hurt in here, man. We watching the original Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel. Let me say that, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I can't front this feeling of nostalgia came around. And as I'm looking at them build that Supra.
Ooh,
and I'm watching as they doing things, the cars meeting up. Mm-hmm. What was your most fondest memory of the golden era for you?
I'd say for me personally, my personal experience, around like 2012, 2013-ish. Because I'm a little bit younger, so I got into. I've always been into cars.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying, always since I was young. But I bought my first performance car in 2010 when I was 20. I literally was like 2 months before my 21st birthday. I bought my first performance car, and that was my Mazda Speed 6.
Ooh, damn, that's a nice first one. Shit.
What, a Speed 6?
That's a nice first one, son.
That must be where you met Jay.
All-wheel drive.
Turbo joint 6-speed. That joint was nice. That was a good one, if you ask me. Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
So that was
around, it wasn't nothing like that time back then. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say 2012, 2013 for us, well, for me and people my age, we was going out to Farmingdale off of 110 to race every weekend.
Headed out
Friday night and Saturday night. It did not matter what we was out there from January to December.
Damn.
It didn't matter. In the middle of January, we out there racing. It's cold as hell outside. Freezing. And we out there in the cars at the line warming up, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Dude flag a race, he got to go back in his car and warm up. We out there in them kind of weather. Did not matter from January to December. And it's just to see how amazing it was, because at that time on Route 110, we used to meet up in the Dave & Buster's parking lot when the Dave & Buster's was out there.
Right.
And it was basically it was a mall. It was basically, so we used to fill up the entire back of the mall parking lot with all sorts of cars, and everybody used to come out there with absolutely everything, whether it be your imports, you know what I'm saying, your STIs and your Evos and
your Euros.
You know what I'm saying? There was a dude out there with a nasty LS powered 240. You know what I'm saying? There was a dude out there who had a second gen Acura TL, which I've never seen. To this day, I've never seen or heard a TL like this. It was some Spanish dude with slicked up hair and pointy shoes. My man came My man's came with the second gen TL,
Damn.
and it had a cam in it and something. Because when I say it sounded like an F1 car when it flew by.
Damn.
I mean, that thing was putting in work. My man took an STI off the dig.
No way.
I got a
son.
question for you.
STI
What color was that?
launched and everything. You took an STI from the dig.
Wow.
What
son.
color was that 240?
Huh?
What color was that
It
240?
was like that burnt orange color on the Z.
Damn, that's nice. That's nice.
Okay, because we had a couple. My homeboy Cedric was the first one to do that swap in Queens.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
But he used the Pontiac GTO motor. He used the motor from the Pontiac GTO. That was, dudes were showing up with R34, RB26 swaps in them joints, and then he would start his car, and it's like, what is in there?
Yeah, that joint was incredible. Just to see that car run. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? There was another old Hispanic dude, we used to call him Grandpa. Man's had a 700 horsepower Civic on the street.
Damn.
And 700 horsepower Civics on the street back in 2012, 2013 time.
That's God.
That was that was different.
That was God. They be like this. What is that?
I seen him. Well, you seen him. Whatchamacallit? One night he raced the CTSV.
Killed.
And it was the second gen CTSV, the supercharged joint. And we just saw, man.
Hurt his
that
feelings.
man spun through 4 gears.
Damn.
All you hear is the Civic redlining through 4. The man changing gears, rolling gears, and still straight back to red line, spinning until it finally caught traction. And when it caught traction, bro, the CTSV was standing still.
Damn.
The way he passed it, it was just it's not like racing back then. It wasn't like it was now, where we did a lot more fun runs back then. Everybody wasn't all serious like they are now, betting their rent money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody all scared. Nobody want to race. Them like, nah, bro. We was out there. It was just like, yo, who want to line up?
Yeah.
And we just did it for the love of the sport.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that. I remember we used to do that. It wasn't really about bandos. It was about I'm gonna tell everybody I beat you. Type. You know what I mean? It seemed like that mattered more. How did he say? He said I take the money and the respect.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yo, Phil, we gonna jump into the rest of the show, man.
It was a crazy time, man. We just enjoyed ourselves out there. And it was as I said, it was for the love of cars, it was for the love of the sport. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no social media back then, so you know what I'm saying? Nobody did anything for clout. You know what I'm saying? We was just out there. You built your reputation on the street. You didn't build your reputation on the ground.
So you would say
that's what I miss about it the most.
So you would say your era was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Between 2011 to 2014.
Okay.
That's the golden era.
Damn.
I hear that. Yo, Phil, we gonna jump into the rest of the show. We appreciate the heads up. That was actually a pretty good one, and I got my own little memories in my head too. We gonna jump into. I know S.I Shawn over here got his own. It's gonna be interesting. Yo, keep the helmet warm and keep the warmers in the gloves because it's going down. It's going down. I got the GoPro and everything, helmet ready to go myself.
Let's go.
So and look, we're gonna ask everybody to come out with 200 because I can guarantee we're gonna run like 10, 15.
Nah, so it's gonna be
crazy. It's gonna be an all day thing.
It's gonna be all day.
It's gonna be all. We gonna go there. Be like, yo, what's the most races y'all offer in the package? Let me get that.
Let me get that one. So just stay ready, kid. We're gonna make some more announcements at the end of the show, kid. We're gonna get in and we're gonna get up with you, Phil. We appreciate you.
Factory.
All day.
All right, kid. Peace.
One.
Oh, man, that was interesting.
It was 100%. 100%. That was pretty. He had a cool first car though. Mazda Speed 6.
Yeah, kid. My first car was
a hard first car, huh?
1988 Honda CRX.
My first car was what the red Toyota Supra. I didn't run. Had the blown head gasket. What I was 18. Let's go.
With that being said,
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna step out of this tech talk because we're running short on time.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right, we are back, y'all. This is driver's etiquette, man. And everybody who knows us knows that driver's etiquette is mainly about us having a conversation about some of the things that we see going on out here. And it's for you too.
Mm-hmm.
You could it's your turn to call up. You want to air out that person that cut you off and you couldn't get to them, get on Rally Radio and air them out, man. Don't forget 516-206-0711 is the number. You know how we get down. Oh, we got a lot of things going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
But like how we said, man, we got our driver's etiquette today is very interesting. And the reason I say it's very interesting is because we get to talk a little bit about the nostalgia.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of times we don't get a chance to talk about this, but we're going to talk about it today. I was watching The Fast and the Fury.
Let's go.
Not the original one. And as I was watching it, and we sit, you know, me and my son is sitting back watching it, and we kind of caught it towards the middle.
Okay.
But when he went to bed, they ran it again.
Yeah.
So as I was sitting there and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking
again.
I'm looking and I'm like, yo, them Honda Civics in the front, those 3 Honda Civics right now, you know how much they probably worth right now?
You talking about in the garage?
No, the 3 Honda Civics they was using to bring down the trucks.
Oh, the black ones. Yeah.
I mean, just back in the day, that was like, that was the part of the movie.
I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty interesting.
I liked it too because it was boosted.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You heard the turbo when she slipped under the truck. You heard the blower valve like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
they, right now, them cars are probably, and that's just if you built it to look like that. If you still have that 93 Honda Civic in
EG.
a good it coupe,
EG coupe. Yep.
You really saying something. But it just brought me back, man. We see Paul Walker trying to hit a quarter mile in the parking lot of like the Los Angeles Forum. I don't know what he was thinking. He was wilding. But rest in peace to Paul Walker. Yeah,
absolutely. Rest in peace. That was that guy behind that wheel. You know what I'm saying? No,
he was Brian Earl Spillner.
Yeah.
We don't mean Paul Walker, the real.
Yeah.
We mean is the person he portrayed or whatever. But we ended up liking Paul Walker the same because he turned into a car guy after that movie.
Factory.
And he said that happened to him. But it brings me back to the nostalgia. You start thinking about all of those things. So he had the Eclipse GST. He was getting it built.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting ready for the night. And that's what really brought me back. Because when he said, yo, I need it for tonight.
Yeah.
And then you see the night show up and you see all the cars go to the random spot.
But
I was like,
but wait, before that though, what about when he went into the shop, he looked at the nitrous and said, I need more.
He said,
I need that.
He said, nah, the big one.
He said, nah, I need that. But his man was like, yo.
He said, yo, you got a heavy foot. You got see how you drive.
Yo, son, that was my part right there. Like, yo, hold on.
He said, I see how you drive. You got a heavy foot.
He's like, so what?
He said, matter of fact, 2 of them.
Yo.
And I need it by tonight. Yo. So my thing is, what is your golden era? And what was the most fondest memory of your golden era of autos?
My fondest memory in my golden era for the autos had to be like, I want to say, for me, this is when I thought it was at its all-time peak and it's getting banana sandwich. So I didn't have a car yet. This is when I was about in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a newborn, I ain't a noodle, but I was definitely 8th grade. This is like 2008, 2007. When the E92 M3 first came out, when the Shelby GT500 was brought back, when the Pontiac GTO was disappearing, like that was that time for me when I was like this. When the SRT Chargers and all them was coming back, was starting to make noise.
Right.
That's when it was for me. I was like, yo, this right here. This is when the GTR was starting to come out. You know, Porsche's crazy turbo 6-speed. So I gotta say around that time for me, it was like, yo.
Best time ever.
It can't get no better than this.
Shout to my guy Palou who's tuned in. Shout to Barton. I see you tuned in. Shout to Jessica Grandy. We see you out here. Shout to Antonio. Shout to SP to God. We see you out here.
That's when, for me, I was like this. I was amazed, son.
Yeah.
I was amazed. I was like, this, yo, what is going on right now? Like, I mean, the first time I seen the E90, it was the E90 I seen, M3, white joint, son. I was like, yo, why does it feel like a rhino? Like, what is that?
E90.
A white one, son. I was like, yo, hold on, son. Why does that M3 look so bullish? And that was when I was like, you know what? One day I'm gonna grab me one of those. Cause that for me, like, don't get me wrong, the E46 was fire, it was crazy, but like I said, that era right there, that 2007, 2008, 2009,
yeah,
that span, I was like, yo, nah, this is it. I'm like, yo, the auto industry can't get no better than this, son. And that's when I feel like it was peaking. I feel like it was getting too crazy. It was getting too crazy, and it had to stop, and it did,
because the horsepower numbers,
son,
that everybody was coming out, it was crazy.
That's what I mean.
Yo, when you talking about the Hellcat really touched down 2014.
2015.
Was it 2015 was the first Hellcat? Do you remember when those, like, once they said, 700 horsepower, it was like, okay.
Yeah, for real. That's how it was. Like, all right, okay, y'all, it's time to go back to work. That's how it was. But prior to that, like you said, man, it was a lot of cars coming out, was making bullish power. So like I said, that's when the GT 500 first came back on the scene. With 500 horsepower, with 450 foot-pounds of Turks. It was crazy. I mean, the first time I seen, I was like, another one. Iconic moment. I think I was coming from the drag strip. My uncle in Englishtown was still loopy, right?
Yes, Englishtown was loopy.
Right? And I seen a red one. He hit the WAP, son. And he hits the WAP, and now we able to go, right? It's a green light now for us to go. Yo, son, it was going, son. All I heard was
never seen him again.
Supercharged, acting crazy, spinning out, acting bananas. I say, yo, what is that?
So
that was it for me. So I gotta say, son.
I gotta ask you, right? I gotta ask you. One car you can remember that stood out to you in the past, and I don't mean a car from a manufacturer. I mean a car that you seen perform or whatever. That.
Okay.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Who we got?
You, PJ in the building.
Yo, Jay, what it is?
Let's go, Jake.
What is going on, guys? Wanted to check out my favorite crew here. That was my last weekend before I make that one-way trip.
Oh, man.
You know what? I forgot. Yo, we was like, yo, we need to bring Jay up because we want to bring somebody up every month.
That's a fact.
Oh, dang. I mean,
when do you leave?
Okay. So officially, I leave on Monday.
Oh boy, man.
Yeah, I know.
You're not coming back no time soon.
I mean, I got family out here, so I'll be making appearances every now and then.
All right, when you coming back, right? You got to promise us this now.
Fact.
When you come back, you got to let us know so we can bring you in on the show that Saturday. That Saturday that you're here, if you're here in the weekend.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So Jay, I gotta ask you because we doing the driver's etiquette. The golden era. What was your fondest memory, or what was your golden era of autos?
Ooh, okay. I might have to say there might be two. All right. The first would be the exception, which would be the 90s, of course.
Ooh.
I mean, you have things like the Viper, the Corvette Z01, the G28 Camaros at the time, the Supers, the RX-7s. My first car I fell in love with, that made me fall in love. My two cars that made me fall in love with, cars in general, would be the 300ZX, the twin turbo one.
Yes.
Personally in red. And the other would be the Viper GTS.
The Viper GTS.
Absolutely. It has to be the blue with the white stripes.
Wow.
That car to me was perfect. You could not tell me nothing else. Now, if I had to say golden era in terms of modification time, it'll be much like everyone else's time period would be during the Fast and Furious era, the very first one. 2001?
Yes.
2001, I would say.
Yes. So what would be your golden era? Like what point in time was it where it was just the best for you? Like, however old you was, what was it like? Oh my God, I love this. I wish it stayed like this forever.
You get me hype over here thinking about that. Hold on, I gotta be cool, son. I gotta be cool over here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Control intensity.
That's a hard question because I mean, man, they all have. Oh man, okay. If I had to say the best of the best ever, I would probably have to say like around the 2014, like 2014 time period, you know.
The 2014.
Yeah, like 2014, 2015.
Ooh.
Man,
I'm telling you, that era produced animals.
it did.
You know,
It did.
it basically was. It's sad because it was also right around the time where it was almost like it wasn't the sign of the end, but it was kind of that like peak era where it's like, you know, you like what you call it. We had things like GTR was making like 9s on the track.
Yes.
We had the Blue Devil 01 that was out just slaying things left and right.
Yes, I remember that.
What you call it? You had things like hell, it's funny. I never knew at that time period until way later that you could twin turbo a Lambo and realize how unbeatable that thing was.
Okay, so that's another thing that was being done around then. They was yanking the bumpers off of them. Remember, and you would see the crazy turbo spaghetti setup on the back. That
Absolutely.
was bonkers. I remember that. So you were saying that's your golden era?
I say that's fucking gold. That's right around that time. Yeah.
So give me one car, right, that you can remember, and I don't mean just like a manufacturer. I mean one car personally that you could remember that stood out to you in the past.
Oh, easy. What you call it? Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. ACR Viper, 100%. That was a world beater.
Damn.
So a little bit of news on that one. The ACR Viper. Do you remember the magazine Sport Compact Car?
Absolutely.
That was the first time I ever seen one. Because
really,
I mean, you've seen them. You know, you like, oh, you know, you heard about them. You know, oh, they have an ACR version. No, this guy had this ACR version, and they had the Sport Compact Car Challenge, where it's like you had to do so many different stages, and one of them was gross display of horsepower, where you had to go out there and show them how much horsepower you got. And he took that ACR into there, and he disappeared in the smoke. It just disappeared. I never seen that before.
It was a manual.
It was full, yes. AKA the snake bite.
Oh man.
Because it was nothing. Yo, son, you do something wrong with that, it was gonna let you know.
Fact.
It was the car to be, and that was also right around that time when they were just introducing the Hellcat.
No.
I know.
It was introducing the hell. Yo, let me tell you, kid. Short. And matter of fact, no, I ain't gonna crowd your moment. You go ahead, man. I'm sorry. The autos get us all excited. You know what I mean? But I will say this though. What are you gonna miss the most when you leave New York? Go ahead, Jay. You got the.
I'm gonna miss my bodegas. I'm not gonna hold you on that.
That's a fact.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, you know, when you need a hot pocket sandwich like at 2 a.m, listen, they hold you down
with the Doritos in the beef patty with cheese.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's another one too. I'm gonna miss that beef. You know what else I'm gonna miss though? I'm gonna miss New York Chinese food.
Yo,
listen, you've never really how good it was until you leave.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, Ace say the same thing. Sha, he said the same thing. He live in South Carolina. He's like, y'all just want to get some Chinese food to take home. I'll be looking at him like, what?
That's hilarious, huh?
Well,
it just ain't the same. It just doesn't have that special bite.
Man, you gotta keep that in mind. I never would have thought of it. He said that and the bacon, egg, and cheese ain't the same. I believe him though.
Yeah,
I think we've just been eating them so long. It's like you can't double take that. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like pizza is ours. The bacon, egg, and cheese is ours. Mm-hmm. And the bodegas is ours. The 50-cent soda.
Like getting Caribbean food too. You just can't get it anywhere else.
Nah, you can't though.
That's a fact. You're 100% right, man. I'll say this, man. On behalf of Rally Radio, Gutter Ball Rally, and PCBS services.
Let's go.
We appreciate you, Jay, for tuning in,
100%.
rocking with us, listening to us. You know what I mean? We appreciate you 100%. We appreciate you, man. And please, don't be a stranger, man. We
100%.
we could be reached even from your side. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and when we
listen,
come
like,
out
this
to
ain't the
LA,
end. I mean, I'm still tuning in. There's no question about it.
and when we get to LA, you're gonna have to drive us through this Angel's Crest because I have to do it one time.
At least once. At least.
Oh, by the way, stay tuned for that type of content. I will be uploading that soon.
My man,
let's go. Let's go.
Yo, Jay, we appreciate you. Any shout outs?
Mm-hmm.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Listen, let's shout out, to once again you guys at Rally Radio. I got a shout out to everyone listening. Listen, y'all are the best. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everyone listening in every week.
Let's go. That. I really do.
As far as it goes, obviously my boys Phil and everyone else out here. I mean, listen, like half the stuff this was like a lot of the stuff I know now wouldn't have learned if it wasn't for him telling me this. I was like, oh, okay, didn't even know that.
That's a fact.
That's how it be sometimes.
That's a fact.
But outside of that, like a lot of the all of my carhead friends out here listening, please stay safe, stay warm, and keep your foot on the gas.
Keep your foot on the.
Drop the clutch. Hit the gas. Rally Radio.
Let's go.
One more time, Jay.
Factory.
Keep your foot on the gas. Don't let up.
That's real. That's real, though.
Yo, Jay, with that being said, we appreciate you greatly.
100%.
Don't forget to keep calling in and keep checking in with us. And we're going to have events. When you come back to New York, first order of business on Saturday, man. Rally Radio.
Absolutely.
Gotta come down.
Absolutely.
We gotta get you down here, man. All right?
Absolutely. I got y'all on that.
Let's go, man. We appreciate you. We're gonna jump into the rest of the show and finish strong.
Let's go.
And please don't leave a group.
Please don't.
Don't leave a group.
Oh, no. What? No. This is the best part of my Saturday.
Yo, we appreciate you, Jay. And stay tuned, kid. We're gonna finish strong, man. We're gonna miss you out here. But we know we can still contact you.
Factory.
All right, man. All right, Jay. All right, peace.
One.
Later. God, man. That's my guy.
Nah, it's a fact.
I hate to see our people separate, but it just means that Gutter Ball Rally and Rally Radio is growing nationwide.
That's all that really mean, baby.
That's all that mean. I mean, and ultimately it means we got another certified car guy on his way
Factory
to LA.
To
So
the west
LA,
side
be
of
nice
things.
to him.
Yeah, it's a fact though. Be nice to them all. Never mind. Y'all got all kind of laws out there that's banning.
They got all kind of laws.
Forget about it. Just be cool to them, though.
But with that being said, I'm gonna answer this little question, then we're gonna move on. We know we got more show. The golden era for me, like I said, as I was watching Fast and Furious, that era was my golden era.
Damn.
That time where it was just like I knew very little about cars. I knew very little then. I can honestly say that back then, I had an idea of a lot of different things, but I did not know what I know now. And I remember picking up my CRX, having to walk for a month straight to work because I used all 4 paychecks to buy this thing. You know what I'm saying? I remember the golden era for me was when we used to go to the drag strip and watch races, and we would break out our Nextel phones. I'm talking crazy. We used to break out our Nextel phones and be chirping like, yo, how's it looking in the next spot? That was like our remote control, our walkie-talkies, kid.
Yeah.
And we used to all be on the same line, on the same vibe. So, yo, Saturday night, we used to be outside. Friday night, we definitely was outside.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I went over to the Burger King on Rockaway Boulevard and 150th over there on the highway, and cats was getting it in. I remember the first time I went to the Tanks.
Yeah.
And I saw a Civic beat a 5.0 Mustang LX Fastback. I also saw that Mustang Willie in the street. Like he in the air. So it's been very nostalgic for me. When I saw that had to be my fondest memory. My fondest memory was there was points where we was going out and we was seeing cars like
Mhm.
that you would dream of. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Like, see, that's the thing about, like, again, like you said, like my golden era, like I was saying, was like 07, 08, 09, and then a little further back because I remember we used to always still go to the races and it was crazy.
right.
And that, like you said, to the tanks, the Burger King, all that Erskine, oh, it was just crazy. It was all over the place, right? But to answer your question, what you said, what was that car for me that just stood out? This is when this when I was you know what I'm saying, a real young boy. My uncle had the Super Celica with the 7M GT engine in it, and I thought it was the craziest because it was. He kept blowing out axles, rams all over the place. I'm like, yo, why is this car so bad? I'm young. This is when he's taking me to the track all the time, so I'm getting, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting to it. And I'm like, yo, this car is ridiculous, huh?
Ridiculous.
So that's the car to me that stood out. That I was like, yo, this is nuts.
I gotta say, if I gotta think about one car that just brings me back to that moment, it's two, actually. It was this green bubble.
Yeah.
It was a green EK Civic bubble driven by Booger.
Mm-hmm.
That was a car, like, it was just, you knew something was in it. He never would pop his hood for you to see.
Mm-hmm.
One time he popped his hood to look at something, and I think everybody they pushed people over. You seen the spaghetti manifold and the H22 in there. That's some dudes putting prelude motors in there. And they wasn't using no B-series transmissions. I gotta say, that car, and there was a Toyota, and I'm gonna make sure I say this right.
Yeah.
A Toyota Corolla fastback dog. Old school body.
Like the A86 joint.
A86 joint. And it was a Spanish dude. Shout to all my people from Uptown,
Let's
Harlem.
go.
You know, shout, yo.
Yeah.
He called it spare parts. And you can see the car just put together, but yo, he could handle that car. Damn. He was coming through. You know how like the drag strip used to be crowded?
Yeah.
He's sliding past the crowd sideways. Full throttle. Looking at you. He was disgusting. I never seen nobody handle.
That's real.
He was the one guy that you be seeing him doing all kind of like sideways drift. You was not afraid that he gonna lose it and go into a crowd. He had full control of this car. Ask Ace, he'll tell you.
Damn, son.
Yo, he was and full throttle tire smoke. That car and Booger's Bubble EK are the cars that, and that white RX-7 from Liberty.
I know which one you're talking about. I need to talk about. I got my one last one before we move on to it. That RX-7 was crazy. That yellow Supra, son. That yellow Supra. Every time that joint pulled up on the scene, everybody got out the way because, like, yo, when this joint comes through, I'm in one race, right? He's racing a Fox body, right? White joint. They lining up. Yo, son, that Supra took off like a bat, son. Don't get me wrong, the Fox body was moving too. Yo, the Fox body started woollying and went left though.
Oh no.
Went left. He caught it back though. He's getting busy though.
Go to the crowd.
Nah, he didn't go to the crowd. He got busy though. But that yellow Supra, son.
That yellow Supra was bout it.
That yellow Supra was business, son.
So there was
man, son.
We're gonna go a little bit deeper. I know we ain't got much time. Yo, there was a point where you would see the yellow Type R, the black GSR, the yellow Supra, the white RX-7, the EK Bubble, the Eclipse. There was a nasty Plymouth Laser.
Yo, do you remember? You gotta remember this joint. It was a white GSX Eclipse.
Yeah,
it was serious.
Was it driven by a dude with glasses?
I think so.
Straight nerd, but he was.
Yes, yo.
He would get out the car and he be talking all type of spec. He was a beast though. I know you're talking about, and it had the like the OZ racing wheels. Oh man, so don't get me started. That was the golden era. Those are the cars for me. Those are the cars that I remember. Those are the things that kind of shaped me. I think about my homeboy Stokely. I ain't spoke to him forever. He had a Toyota MR2 that was crazy. And then I think about my guy Colin. They used to make these crazy. They would make like, it's the equivalent of putting ant legs on like a grasshopper or something. It was like, it was ridiculous. They would make like, they put a Ford, what was it? A Ford Taurus SHO motor and used a Mustang transmission in a Wrangler.
Damn,
That was the craziest thing I ever heard in my life.
I ain't from one guy that come to mind. His name was Shawn. I ain't talked to him in a minute either. He was the first one to ever have carbon doors on the Evo, son. Craziness.
Carbon doors.
And then he had a bubble. The first one I ever seen with the Laguna Seca M3 color paint job with the LSV in there. The first one ever to have that in South Ozo. So like craziness.
I remember that too.
I ain't gonna front. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was
Yo,
crazy
we gonna jump right in.
Let's go.
We apologize. We went so far with it.
Yeah,
But
we
with that being said, here comes the favorite part of the show,
go, baby.
You know how we get down.
Let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Mhm.
All right, y'all know what it is. What you got for me today?
Yo, so I thought this legend was pretty interesting. Like, y'all want to talk about iconic vehicles and everything like that. So what I got for y'all is a 2005 Volkswagen Turbo Beetle. I know y'all probably thinking Turbo Beetle. What are you talking about? Listen, I'm gonna give you a little history on this thing real quick. First off, this is definitely one of the most iconic vehicles in the entire world, son. In the entire world. Let me tell you a little bit, right? So it was so crazy. Like the Volkswagen Beetle itself sold over 21 million units. To put that in a slight bit of perspective, the Model T only sold 15 million.
Wow.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Like this Beetle got so much heritage. And let's not talk about Herbie Fully Loaded. I know y'all seen. I know you got kids out there who's seen that, who's into the cars, who's seen what's going on with that, right? But let me tell you a little bit about this one, man. This one right here was so cool because how many vehicles at that time in 2005 had a front wheel drive layout with a locking differential? Not many, I'm telling you, not many. So not for none, this thing was actually engineered pretty well. It was making about 150 horsepower.
Woo.
5-speed came standing on it.
Woo.
I'm trying to tell you, like, this Volkswagen was so crazy. Not for none, you know what made this thing so crazy too, son? It was Superman. You said standard 5-speed. You only get the turbo in there, right?
That's it.
And guess what, son? The joint had an active spoiler, son.
Yo,
An active wing on this thing. A lot of people don't know that had an active wing.
shout to my guy.
Come on.
Shout to my guy, MacGyver.
Let's go.
MacGyver was the only one I knew driving Beetles in the hood outside of my people around the corner.
Yeah.
And his was about it too.
Son, I'm telling you, kid, this joint, for like I told you, it had a locking differential. Not only really about it, performance car had locking front wheel drive differentials, huh? And this had it on there.
With that being said,
I'm telling you, baby, let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never
I'm
die.
telling you, that was a good one. So I'm telling you, baby.
that was a good one.
And then not for none, let's go back a little bit. Remember on a rally we was running into those Beetles, those turbo joints?
Yes. Yes. We was like this. Why we keep seeing it?
Yo, all the time, all over the place. Huh? I'm telling you, no, not for none. Those Beetles definitely got a cult following too. They definitely are serious in the auto games. Huh? Stay there, baby.
Yes.
Stay there.
With that being said, man, that was
Let's go. Not
a
bad,
great
son.
pick. That
Not
was a
bad,
great
son.
pick.
Let's go.
And if you playing Gran Turismo, they're giving you a shot at the Beetle
Yeah,
right
son.
now.
Yeah.
So it's what it is.
I'm
What?
telling you, it's an iconic car.
It's an iconic car. With that being said, we
Mhm.
moving right in.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
Now, for Hot Mods, we had a little bit of a different thing here. They got the HKS super sequential blow-up valve for the 2017 to 2021 Honda Civic Type R. The reason I'm talking about it is because I'm buying one. I'm getting it. So when you hear my car whistling, you already know what it is.
Damn, son.
I don't care what you say. They say blow-up valve, show-off valve. I mean, I care what you think about that.
I ain't gonna front. I do like a good sounding blow valve. You can't go wrong, son.
I remember there used to be one from Turbonetics that sounded like a wild turkey. It was like,
For real?
I loved the kid. I mean, it sounded like a turkey, but
Yeah.
it was wild.
Damn, so I,
But I
remember the first time I really heard a blow valve. Again, my uncle had that Supra, son. I was like, yo, why does this thing sound like?
Oh my goodness, kid. That's what I learned from watching when I watched Fast and Furious last night. That Supra had a wow.
That one sounded beautiful, son.
He said, how much for this? More than you can afford, pal.
Ferrari.
You
should have seen his face.
Yo, they both slammed the laptop. Smoke. Got tired of them real quick. But with that being said, we're gonna move right
Let's
on.
go.
Y'all know we going with this one,
Where
right?
we going?
It's the Understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Hertz to pay $168 million for falsely. Y'all ready for this? For falsely accusing drivers of stealing cars. That will settle 364 customer claims Hertz customers who said they were wrongly accused of stealing cars from the rental firm are going to receive $168 million. It looks like the Hertz CEO, Stephen Scher, earlier in this year blamed the mistake on a glitch in the company's data system, resulting in 364 people being arrested or harassed by police for saying that the rental cars were stolen. Imagine you rent a car, and we rented from Hertz too, me and my wife at one point. You rent a car and you're driving around, you get pulled up by police. You like, it's a rental. They're like, step out of the car. They got guns in your
biscuits
face.
on you. Oh,
because at the end of the day, they think it's stolen. So with that being said, Hertz CEO Stephen Scher.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
All right, y'all. We are back. We are at the end of the show. We are at our exhaust notes right now.
Yes,
shout out to everybody listening who paid attention, who rocked with us the whole show.
Let's go.
So, exhaust notes. Supercharged is coming soon. And if you don't know what that means, we are all going to go settle our differences on the racetrack.
That's it.
Early. Bring
go.
your helmet,
gloves,
and bring your gloves.
GoPros,
all
that, spare tires, whatever you got, baby.
Driving shoes,
all that.
Comfortable clothes.
Driving shoes.
Don't be out here fronting and bring your bread. Because
That's it.
There's money on there, and there's going to be a trophy involved, too. Don't get it twisted. We're going to put it out further in the group. If you're not in the group, don't forget you could be invited.
100%.
All you got to do is send me a request, and I'll get you into the group. Or you can search it out yourself. Gutter Ball Rally, the community. Shout to my guy, Antonio, for showing up. Yo, shout to Sales. Sales is out here right now. He's like, bring your money.
He probably practicing right now. Sales cheating.
Yo,
Sales cheating.
With that being said, y'all know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's do it.
And like I said, man, shout out to everybody who's listened, who rocked with us, who paid attention for this whole 2 hours. You already know how we get down. We here every Saturday. Don't forget to bring yourself, and don't forget you can come learn something. So with that being said, I gave my shout outs. You got shout out?
Yeah, I also want to shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, who's out there doing their thing. Keep doing it. Drive safe. And like Jay said, don't let off the throttle, man. And grab a gear or two if you could, man. You know what I'm saying? Not for nothing. Everybody in the group, too, drop your PSNs because we got to get this Gran Turismo tournament starting because y'all playing out here.
Let's
y'all
go.
Fluffing out
and
here. Let's go.
My little guy got to give a shout out right
Let's
here.
Go, BP.
Right here.
Let's go, BP.
What you got for me? What you got?
Shout out to EP.
Shout out to who?
EP.
Shout out to EP.
Let's
AKA
go.
Mom.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Let's go.
Shout out to my guy right here. He's
Factory.
with me.
Let's do it.
He is our first intern here at Rally Radio. So if you ain't got no shout outs,
good, baby.
You ain't got no shout outs. I ain't got no shout outs. We
are
out. Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.